Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to the show. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, I'm Simmer Chase, and today is yet another episode of the Federalist building. Yes, I am so stoked yet again to bring this one to you. Today is actually one of my favorites. It's episode 5 here on the upper level, or it's going to be, I guess, episode like 11 or so here in the series. So now we have today's feature, which is Unit 5 here, and it is kind of inspired by like the steel works, the steel workers, and like the ironworks, sort of like heavy industrial cast iron, thinking automotive, coal mining. I'm thinking of the hard workers across America, the people that really keep us going and really make life what it is for most of us, because they really go out there and do the deal and make it work, even if it's grueling, even if it takes a while, or it's just dirty, or whatever it is. They get the job done, and it's amazing. Yes, I'm talking about Pennsylvania. Oil and gas country, coal country, tech country, and they even have a port. They are one of the 13 original colonies, and they have a lot of what I call like speakeasy, as it's called, or like a ironworks feel. We have like a hotel and an apartment building here in town that are themed after that. And it's like an old steel factory concept. And I just really thought that was a neat idea. And so I really wanted to kind of make a Sims build to kind of emulate that. And I hope you guys like it. Today, with this one, it's fun because I kind of went really above and beyond on a lot of the extras and the detail. As you can see, like I did like the double little like cabinets over top of the fridge. And then I did a lot of other little pieces here and there to really try and give it that extra bit of detail to make it really feel more authentic and really to push home the story and concept that I have. So the folks of you that are trying any sort of those single color challenges or the monochrome challenge, hey, take some cues from this one, because yes, most of it is actually going to be monochromatic. And I really wanted to give a shot at trying to do like purposefully, thoughtfully designed monochromatic build and just throw a little bit of flashy bold color in just a few very conservative places, and even those are like a more muted tone than what I typically use. So like you see here with a little bit of bold blue as a pop I did there. So it's really all about trying to really find that groove there. And The Sims really does a good job at a lot of the black and white sort of textures and designs and things like that. And so it's really fun because they've really what kind of helped build this country and really make it what it is today. So it was really fun to kind of make something that I could think of if I looked at that and said, yeah, I could get the vibe of Pennsylvania there, or Pittsburgh, or the Steelers, and like just very top shelf, high quality metal. And it's so neat. There's so much history that we had. Like we had the Gettysburg Address and just a lot of really important, huge things. Like Philadelphia, of course. They were like one of our first capitals that we had. Actually, it's like, I'm wanting to say it's the second capital we had, because there was like in Virginia, and then I think they then moved over to Pennsylvania, to Philly. But yeah, so it's just got a huge history. Our Liberty Bell's there. There's just so much. So I really thought it would be fun to really just kind of, bring that home. And so now we're up here on the second floor. And again, it's kind of bringing all that nostalgia from the peak of its time when the Industrial Revolution was happening. We're talking late 1800s, early 1900s, when people were just like, oh my gosh, everything's new, everything's fresh. It's just really fun. And I really like having that sort of ability to kind of enjoy that. And then it's funny here too, because I was thinking of like some of my friends and stuff from Pennsylvania, and a lot of them I know stock up on things. And I think it might be because of maybe weather that they've dealt with in their life, or like the snow like we get here in Indiana that sometimes can be insane, and you're like locked in your house for a couple days and you're forced to quarantine, and there's not even like wasn't even any idea of a pandemic sort of thing ever happening. And you just literally stayed at home because like you couldn't even drive anywhere because there's like a foot of snow outside. So that's sort of like they very, very much similar have a lot of our weather patterns. Like everything that kind of happens here in Indiana ends up floating over to Pennsylvania. And sometimes it even gets worse once it goes over the Lake Michigan. And so then it's just this giant mess of like crazy wetness and snow or rain, depending on what time of the year it is. And I really liked being able to do a lot of these row houses and just make them distinct. And for this one, for instance, like with just the stacking of things and just the little bit of extra clutter everywhere, because they have things. Pennsylvania is a much obviously bigger state and was colony, huge. It borders like several states and the like the upper like areas of our country and the border, and then also it goes up and over into like Lake Michigan and all of that area too. So it's very expansive, and then it's like on an open into the open water basically because of our canals that we have built through there. So it's just really accessible. And so I really kind of wanted to emulate that a little bit too here and just give it a lot of space and room and really create that extra lofty feel. And so, yes, now we're going through like the final tour here. A couple times I did a spin around inside just to kind of give a little like extra to you guys so that we had some like extra time with this, because these builds are actually really quick, and especially when you start cutting out a lot of the footage that is just like you kind of waffling. Like I waffle a lot on things and decide, do I want that light or do I want that light? So then I end up like deleting that stuff too. So I really like showing the extra little bit of detail here. It's so much fun. And now I'm getting ready to go up to the upstairs, the second floor. And it was funny when I actually came in and played the game. I really enjoyed this unit, and like this is one of the ones that my sim seems to be flocking to, because you just like drop them in and then it's fun to see where they end up going and what they end up using, because like there's still times, even though they fixed the bug, there's still times that they'll go wash their dishes in the most inconvenient laundry room sink in the basement when they have amazing kitchens on the first floor in their own unit. So it's like whatever. So maybe someday they will, kind of put preferred treatment on that. And I've seen sometimes where they do load the dishwasher, but it's not always, it's like a little weird. And I really wanted to use a little bit more color than like soft muted color in the bedrooms than what I tend to do, because of, you're spending all day doing all this crazy. And so when and hard work and manual labor, you just want to come home and relax, and chill. And so I feel like muted tones, nice soft colors would really kind of help that vibe a little bit. And like, there's just the pets, area to roam. There's a lot of suburban area in Pittsburgh as well. And then these artwork pieces, and then also with the idea of the skylights, are actually really kind of born from the Pennsylvania unit. When I first started, I only had them over the Pennsylvania unit, and I just liked it so much. I'm like, I really need to do more skylights elsewhere. Like, I know some people really hate the glass roofs, but I don't know. I really enjoy, whatever to the naysayers, we're always going to have some. So just let it go, but go with what you enjoy and like. And that's what I really figured out my whole life is, sometimes you just have to break the mold and enjoy doing what you like. And then eventually other people just catch on anyway, and it's fine. And that's the new normal. And so I really just wanted to kind of enjoy that here too with you guys. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you have a great day. Stay proud and go out and do something magical.